So once population is forecasted, the next step is we need to find out per capita water demand to arrive at a design discharge or design flow rate for which a system is to be designed. Okay, so per capita water demand. Unlike population, per capita water demand is always remain constant. Population only changes from time to time. So therefore, it is only one-time estimation. So though it is only one-time estimation, once we estimate this once per given community, forever it remains constant. It doesn't change from time to time. Unlike population, population only the thing that changes from time to time. Therefore, Q changes from time to time because of change in population. But per capita water demand always remain constant. Only one time we have to estimate. But unfortunately, we don't have any procedure, any equation, any method to find out per capita water demand. Unfortunately, we don't have any such thing. So this is to be worked out based on experience, based on thumb rules, based on codal recommendation. We try to arrive at per capita water demand. Let us first know what is per capita water demand. It is the amount of water demanded to meet day-to-day water demands of the public. What amount of water is exactly required to meet all day-to-day needs of the population. It is average amount of water demanded by an individual living in a community to meet all his day-to-day water demands is known as per capita water demand. Average amount of water demanded by an individual, a person living in a community. What amount of water is required for him to meet all his day-to-day demands? So he requires water for drinking purpose, he requires water for bathing purpose, he requires water for cooking purpose, washing cloth. So many times he demands so much amount of water. That is called per capita water demand. So, but unfortunately, we don't have any equation to work out per capita water demand. And unfortunately, no two individuals are same living in a community. Person to person, demands will be different. Then how to arrive at per capita water demand? Right? Lakhs and lakhs of people live in a community whose demand we need to address. So it is too difficult to work out. Whenever such a problem arises, we use principle of surveying. What is principle of surveying? Whole to part. So we take city as a whole, community as a whole. From there we try to arrive at a individual's water demand. Okay. So per capita water demand means, so it is average amount of water demanded. Average amount of water demanded by an individual living in a community. Living in a community to meet all his day-to-day water needs. This is known as per capita water demand. Okay. So, but no equation available, no procedure is there to work out per capita water demand. So this is worked out based on thumb rules, based on expertise, based on experience, based on codal recommendations. So in India, usually we follow codal recommendation. The per capita water demand, we try to arrive by taking total community as a whole. From there, we try to arrive at a individual's water demand. And over and above, this per capita water demand of individuals vary from time to time. So summer we demand more water, winter we demand less water. So holidays we demand more water, normal working days we demand different amounts of water. During festival day we demand different amount of water. During normal holiday we demand different amount of water. So there are it vary from time to time also. So we need to take that also into account. Therefore, what we try to do is we take total water demands of entire community. Then from there we try to arrive at per capita water demand, including all holidays, seasonal water demands vary from time to time. Hour to hour it vary, day to day it vary, right? Week to week it vary, month to month it vary, and even it varies season to season also. Therefore, we take average annual water demand of entire community. From there we try to arrive at per capita water demand, right? So this per capita water demand is equal to, we express this per capita water demand in terms of liters per person per day. Per capita water demand we express in terms of liters per person per day or liters per capita per day or liters per head per day. All are one and same, and we write in shortcut it as LPCD. In the exam also they will give LPCD. LPCD is the unit for per capita water demand. LPCD, liters per capita per day. Okay. So daily water demand of an individual you have to work out. So total city as a whole we take, that too we take, including all these variations. So therefore we take average annual water consumption of entire community. From there we try to arrive at per capita water demand. So this per capita water demand, I'll write in shortcut, per capita water demand in LPCD is equal to, it is average annual water consumption of entire community. Water consumption of entire community by, right? Annual water consumption. We need to work out daily water consumption. From yearly consumption to daily consumption to arrive, what we need to do? Divide by 365 into This is total city water demand. From there we need to arrive at a per person water demand. So divided by population of that city for which this system is to be designed. Okay, that will give per capita water demand. So you are taking total water consumption of entire community. So community water demands are different, individual water demands are different, but community as a whole we address. The reason being, when we design water treatment plant, so we need to get back our money. So if you only depend on public, water supplied for public, collecting taxes from them, we never get back our investment. In any kind of business, reaching the break-even point is the first priority. Break-even point means no loss, no profit point. So any business, first priority is reaching the break-even. So when you supply only water for drinking purpose to the public, only drinking water, when we supply only to meet water demands of the public only, we never get back our investment. So therefore, in any kind of business, getting back investment is first priority. Therefore, we try to supply as much water as we can for the other sectors in a community, right? Not for the same price. Pricing will be different. Public is always supplied water at a thrown away price, very less price. But whereas same water, if I supply for industry, if I supply for hotels, if I supply for restaurants, if I supply for commercial establishments, my pricing is totally different. So if I supply water for 25 paise per liter for public, same water I supply for 1 rupee per liter for industry, for an industry, or 1 rupee 50 paise per liter for some other people, so that I can make more profit, more money, so that we can reach very fast that break-even point. So therefore, we not only address water demands of the public living in a community, we try to address water demands of entire community. The system which we design, that will address all of the demands of the entire community. That's the reason why we need to take entire community water demands of complete community. So therefore, a community has got different types of water demands. Let us see. So this is only one-time estimation. We try to estimate as precisely as possible, because once we estimate water demands of a given community, forever it remains constant. Because whatever we do, whatever happens, that things will not change. Okay, that water demands of a community depends on so many factors. Those factors remain same. They don't change with the time to time. Therefore, water demands always remain constant. Only one-time estimation it is. So therefore, we try to work out these water demands as accurately as possible, as precisely as possible. Okay, let us see what are the different types of water demands we need to address.